It's easy to get confused about addiction. Experts may tell us that substance use disorder is created by trauma, institutional violence, and systemic racism and classism, or because of the evolutionary development of the brain. It's easy to get lost in the theories. But you don't live in theory, you live in the world. And if you want to break your patterns of substance use, you may find yourself facing what appears to be a maze with false doors, trap floors, and an occasional minotaur stalking the halls. In this short video, we're going to explain some of the different recovery pathways people have found to navigate to a healthier destination. But let's start with the basics. Treatment refers to specific modalities designed to help you recognize thinking that has led to past behaviors and address psychological or physiological symptoms you might experience as you detoxify from drugs or alcohol you've used and to build stability. If you or your insurance company is paying for it, it's probably treatment. Treatment may or may not result in sustained abstinence or moderation, but it will help you find more solid ground. But we can't just think about substance use disorder treatment options in the way we might consider primary care, where a person undergoes an operation to remove the diseased or damaged body part or organ. It's not like cutting off a wart or shaving your legs, in other words. People hopefully leave treatment healthier than when they arrived, but the hard work is still in front of them. That work is sustaining a recovery that feels right and healthy to you. It may be best to think of recovery as a direction, a process, and not a single fixed path. You might start on one path and find that it's not right for you, that you need to backtrack a few yards and look for the fork in the road. But you'll learn something along any recovery pathway. Because this is a difficult journey, we all tend to think the path we took and the valuable lessons we've learned are universal. To a certain extent, this is true. We all face anxiety, loneliness, cravings, depression, boredom, and self deceit. And if you can't hear your own story and the story of others, you weren't listening. But because we each enter the maze at a different time and place, with our own unique strengths and personal struggles, it's difficult to know what path will work for someone else. Some people might recover spontaneously, without a treatment intervention at all. Sometimes, after an acute episode is ended, people can and have recovered through the informal help of their friends, family members, or religious or spiritual beliefs. Others will stay involved in treatment for longer periods of time, seeing a counselor regularly, meeting in small groups led by a clinician, or taking a medication like Suboxone or Methadone. Because they are familiar with how to engage these support systems, they can also call for help when they're feeling challenged again. Many people sustain their recovery by engaging in peer recovery support services, such as Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, or Smart Recovery. In New Hampshire, state-funded recovery community organizations offer multiple pathways. These centers provide recovery coaches who can assist people one-on-one, hosting mutual support groups like AA, and offering other activities like art therapy or group exercise classes to help people grow in a way that works for them. No matter where you are in your journey, don't give up. If one path no longer works for you, look for another. Many mutual support groups are now offered virtually too, which allows you a chance to find a group that speaks to you. Recovery is possible, and hope is essential. To learn about New Hampshire recovery centers, visit nhrecoveryhub.org. If you're experiencing a substance use disorder crisis and it's an emergency, call 911. However, if you're experiencing a crisis and are looking for resources and information, and it's not a medical emergency, dial 211 to be connected to a regional doorway, Governor Sununu's low barrier hub and spoke. Thank you for tuning in to this segment. In future segments, we'll explore other various pathways individuals might consider when they're looking for recovery supports and services. Till next time, take care, and remember, recovery is possible, hope is essential.